Hey everybody, how are you tonight? All right, as you're coming on, be sure to let us know that you are here. Get the banner going on. Please leave a comment, let us know. Give StreamYard permission to comment. And of course, if you are person wants to tag your friend, invite them to the party, let them know you got this going on. Go ahead and grab it and share it so that everybody can see. All right.
That's what people say.
Yes.
That's what people say.
Please let us know you're here. Tell us who invited you so that we can keep track of that as we go through the night. We've got some prizes possibly to give away. If you are a guest, we're going to have to ask for a survey real quick. We're going to drawing for some free Tupperware. And if you comment a lot, right, if you ask questions, if you tell us what you like about what you're seeing, I just might get carried away and give away something off to everybody that's watching, right? To all of our people know that you are here. Who invited you, okay? And Charlie, who that is great. All right, good evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? My name is Marsha Brown. This is the Hooray Pop-Up Kitchen. It's a pop-up party as we pop from kitchen to kitchen. We're super excited to be here with you tonight, as always. And we have some great recipes lined up for you as we get into this. Because, this is the holiday season, and this is the time that you want to be thinking about the gifts that you give. And I always say the best gifts are gifts that come from the heart, gifts that you put some time into it. And to me, anything you do in the kitchen should always be done with love, because the food can tell. And so when you make food and give it as a gift, you're really giving the gift of love. And maybe you're one of those folks who go, I'm not a very good cook. That's okay, because tonight we're going to share with you some super easy recipes that are going to be super fun for you to make and to give. And we're going to give you some tips and ideas on how to make them and give them a little bit more special by making them and giving them with Tupperware. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop on over to our first kitchen. Actually, you're going to get to hear from this lovely lady twice tonight, because she's so good. She couldn't do just one recipe. She had to do two, because she's an overachiever, and we love her for that. So Charlie, if you would please bring Terry on the camera for me, that would be great. There's Terry. Hey, Terry.
Hello.
It's so good to see you again tonight. And Charlie, if you will spotlight her. And
hello, guys. I'm Terry Bird. I am the leader of the Flyaway sales team, and I'm so excited tonight because I have so much to share with you. And if you don't know, I love doing candy making. But we're simplifying some things. I do have a really cute thing that I'm going to show you in a little bit. That is a little bit more detailed, but we're going to make easy recipes. So I'm going to do fudge first. I'm making peanut butter fudge tonight, guys. And you're like, oh, I don't have time for that. It's simple. It's literally 2 ingredients, guys, 2 ingredients. And I'm going to share different ways that you can do it. So if you have a stack cooker, you could be doing this in your stack cooker. I'm using our Vent and Serve large shallow. I have my peanut butter already in here. So it's 1 16-ounce jar of peanut butter. I buy my peanut butter in bulk, so I measured it out. And then it's going to be 1 16-ounce thing of frosting, guys. Now, if you want to do chocolate peanut butter fudge, then use chocolate frosting. You can use any kind. I'm just going to do vanilla because I just want to make peanut butter fudge tonight. And while that's cooking, I actually made last night some easy chocolate fudge. So I can just show you guys how it's going to firm up. Because this obviously takes like 45 minutes to an hour to firm. So you wouldn't get to see the peanut butter. So I just wanted to let you guys see the whole effect. I've been doing this now for 15 years. I love what I do. It's almost being 16 years. I love doing this. I love educating people about our products. I love making candy in the microwave, guys. I don't use a double boiler at all anymore. So guys, look at this. Those are my 2 ingredients. I'm literally just going to scrape this off, and we're going to put it in the microwave for a minute to 2 minutes, I believe. Yes, a minute to 2 minutes. So let me put this in here. And it is on, this particular one is on high. So I put it in there for a minute and 30 and we'll test it and see how well it's melted. But let me show you the consistency of the fudge once you let it set up. Guys, look at this. Look at that fudge. This one has nuts in it. You can choose to do it with or without nuts. This is the easy chocolate fudge, and it's 4 ingredients. It's chocolate chips. I'm going to post all these recipes for you. Just, you don't have to memorize anything tonight. It's chocolate chips with condensed milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, and then nuts. Optional, of course. But guys, so super easy. So tonight's recipe, I'm going to leave in the vent serve to let it solidify. But maybe you say, well, Terry, I don't have the vent and serve. So you could actually melt that into your stack cooker, pour it into any of your silicone molds. If you have the rectangle, you could do it into the 2 circles. Guys, make it work with whatever you have on hand. But as you can see, if you don't have that large shallow, you need to figure out how you can get it, because it makes life simple. I'm going to cook it in that. I'm going to let it solidify in that. And I'm going to actually cut it up in that. And then I can keep it in that. So I don't have to sit there and use multiple different things. So, oh, almost done. So let's see. What else do I want to share? Why do I love this business? Because when I get to share, I get to educate people. And I love educating. When I was little, I wanted to be a teacher. Well, now I get to be a teacher without having to deal with the day-to-day 9 to 5 job, or 8 to 2, or 7 to 3, whatever those hours may be. So we're gonna stir this. Let's see if we can bring that down. Stir. And so then what you're gonna do is, after you stir this and get it all melted together, and it's gonna need another 30 seconds, but you're gonna put it in the refrigerator and we're gonna let it solidify. We're gonna let it turn into fudge and yumminess, and it smells absolutely amazing. I wish I could do the smell effect through the computer, because that would be amazing, because it does smell really good. And actually, it doesn't, it just needed to be stirred. And that's one thing to think about, guys, when you're melting chocolate, and I'll be melting some chocolate in a little bit. Don't take it that it's not melted because it looks like it's not melted. Because as you vary it, or if you don't know, a lot of times it keeps its shape. And until you touch it with a spoon or something to stir it with, you have no idea that it's actually melted. You never want to over melt your chocolate, because it will taste horrible and you won't get it back. Especially if you're using like chocolate melts. Now, if you're using some chocolate chips, you can add a little bit of Crisco to get that back. So I'm going to show you this in just a second. I'm almost done stirring so you guys can see what it looks like before it's. But it's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. And technically you could use crunchy peanut butter if you wanted to do nuts in this. You don't have to not use creamy. It's just what I had on hand, so I promise you it'll get eaten whether I use nuts or no nuts. Okay, this is what it looks like. And then we'll put it in the fridge for like 45 minutes to 60 minutes, and it will be fudge just like the fudge I just showed you. So that is my first demo, and I will share some other goodies with you after you guys see some more great recipes. And I gotta test it. Ooh, delicious.
All right, I am here. My name's Aubrey Stebbins, and I am a leader in the Hooray Sales org, just like Terry. I joined the organization 4 years ago, or I joined Tupperware 4 years ago to furnish my first kitchen after college with Tupperware. I quickly learned this company was very generous, and I had more in store for me. From the free Tupperware to the new laptop, free trips, company car, and lots of Tupper friends, just like Terry at Martial Art to me now. I love the products and I love sharing them. So today I am going to share, my mom called me earlier and she's like, what are you bringing for Thanksgiving next week? but what I'm making tonight is what I'm going to be bringing, and I'll make more later on. But I am going to be making peanut clusters. And so I am going to actually be using our stack cooker, which Terry mentioned. Our stack cooker is one of our premium products. That is a great one to get as a half off when you are hosting. And you can do multiple things at once in the microwave with this. It also comes with some seals, and that way once you're done, you can actually just put it in the fridge and store it as well. But today I'm going to be using the cover. I'm not going to be using the smallest one. And I'm not going to be using the colander piece because I don't need to. But a good thing about the colander piece is you can do your ground beef in here and it drains through. And you can do that all right in the microwave. And I don't think I'm going to use this one. I think I'm just going to use the biggest one for the stack cooker just to be sure because of what I'm putting in here. So I'm going to be using the bottom one and the cover today. And so with this, I am doing super simple peanut clusters. It is 4 ingredients, and that is because I'm going to be using a bag of chocolate chips and a bag of butterscotch. Later this week, I might be making some with white chocolate chips just because I want to try it. I've never done it. But I am going to use the entire bags of these, and I use our awesome kitchen shears to cut those open. So I'm just going to pour those directly in the stack cooker here. And then I am also going to do a 4th cup of peanut butter. I forgot this, and when my mom called earlier, this was the one step that I forgot. So I'm going to do a 4th cup of peanut butter. I'm using our silicone spatula because it's amazing and it gets out every last bit. And look how easy that was to put in there. So I'm doing a 4th cup of peanut butter in here, and then I'm going to stick this all in the microwave to melt. And in the microwave, you want to do it on 50% power if you can. I just learned that for some reason, this microwave doesn't let me do that. So I'm going to do 2 minutes, and I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to stir it, and then I'm going to do 2 more minutes. It says 4 to 6 minutes. So we're going to see at 4 minutes what this is like. Because again, what Terry said, we don't want to overburn our chocolate. So again, the chocolate chips, butterscotch, the 4th cup peanut butter, and I'm going to put the cover on it and stick it in the microwave real quick. All right, so I put it in for 2 minutes, and our measuring cups are amazing because measuring cups and spoons here, because we have some unique sizes. We have the 2/3 cup and the 3/4 cup, and then we also have an 1/8 teaspoon and a 1/2 tablespoon, which are unique to our set. So if you don't have our measuring cups and spoons, you definitely want to make sure to get that. I also want to talk real quick about, it's actually over here. I'm going to talk about some of our amazing bowls that we have on special this month that you can use to gift these. So when your peanut clusters are done, you can use them for gifting, which is actually going to be this size here. It is 2.5 cups. It is the perfect size. You can stick a bow on it and do it as a gift for a teacher, your postal workers, just about anyone. So we have a set of 3 of the small 2.5 cups. And these all, I'm going to show you, they all stack down inside. So this does stack down to be a good size here. And then we also have a medium set, which is, and as you can see, these bowls have a window and they are sheer. So these are great for storing and serving all of your leftovers and your holiday goodies here. So again, this size here is 4 cup, 5 3/4 cup, and 8 cup. And I'm going to show you a trick here. You can stack them down normal, or you can stack them reverse. And I like to stack them reverse because then it takes up less space. So the smallest on the bottom, the medium size, and then I do the biggest size on the inside. So it only stacks down to be the size of the biggest, versus if you did it the other way, it'd be a little bit taller. And then we also have our amazing large, which this would be perfect to put all of your peanut clusters in, and it would be ready. And this size here is 1 gallon. And so it is a really good size here. And I'm just going to show you how they all stack down inside. And then I'm going to pull that out and stir it and see where we're at. So you can see they all stack down inside of here. You can do the lids on top or on bottom. But these modular bowls are on special until November 29th. This is a great bundle, and we actually have a get it all set when you get all of these sizes for a better deal. So let me pull out this real quick and stir it. I'm gonna bring it over here. And like Terry said, your chips are gonna stay pretty much they look like they're not melted, but once I start stirring this, I can already tell that it's, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, as I tip you over, but as you can see, it's already starting to melt together. And because I did it on high, I might not even need to do it anymore, because these are actually melting very, very well. And like Terry said, that smell-o-vision, this would be great right now because it smells amazing with the butterscotch and the peanut butter. I'm excited to try this with the white chocolate later this week. And I don't think I'm going to actually need to do it anymore, because look at that. It melted very well because I did 2 minutes. I did 2 minutes on high instead of 4 minutes on low. So that actually worked well. So I stirred that again with our silicone spatula. You can get every last drop. And the last ingredient that I need for these peanut clusters are peanuts. And I am only going to use half a jar because with the peanut butter in there, you're going to get that peanut butter taste, and it's going to be plenty. And then later this week, when I make another batch with the white chocolate, I'll be using the other half of this. So that is about half a jar there. And so I just poured it directly in here, and I'm going to stir it, mix it all up really well. And then I am actually going to, I'm going to be putting these on the silicone rectangle form, which Terry mentioned earlier. We have a bunch of different silicone forms. You can use any of those. I love them because you don't need that parchment paper. They're not going to stick, and they're so easy for cleanup. So you can use any of our forms. We have our baking sheet as well. But I'm just stirring this up here. It smells so good. These may or may not make it till Thanksgiving because that's like a week away. All right, so everything's mixed up here. And I am going to use our new portioning scoops, which it's one handle with 3 different size attachments. These are amazing. And every kitchen needs one of these, a set of these, because they are going to make your candy making so much easier this year. And so this, it's one handle. I'm going to actually switch this out because I want just the size bigger than this.
I'm not sure what happened to Aubrey there for a moment. I think her camera went out. I had issues tonight too. I don't know what's going on. I think there's a gremlin in our screens tonight. So while we're, maybe she'll have to reboot and come back up again and finish showing us up. But anyway, guys, this has been so much fun already, right? I want to know, what are some of the things you're learning already? Tell me some of the things. I saw a couple of questions and I wanted to answer those, but I think you probably could tell. Someone asked the question, do the handles get hot on the Tupperwave when you're cooking with it in the microwave? And as you saw, she took it out with her hands. She didn't have a hot pad. She used her hands to do it. So that, no, they don't get hot, especially if you're only doing a couple of minutes. Now, if you were cooking a 3-course meal in here and you were doing it for a while, it might get warm and you might want to use your mitts, but that's mostly from the steam that's around it. So that's going to cause that to happen. And I'm going to go, there she is. She's back. Yay. Okay.
Sorry, I had a call come in and I didn't realize we were going to shut the whole thing down. Perks of
That's okay.
technology, right?
All right. We're going to let you finish.
All right. So the portioning scoop, super easy. It's one handle. You just push the button in, and then you can switch the attachment. So I'm using the medium size, and so I'm just gonna take this here. I'm gonna scoop up what I want, and I am gonna drop these onto our silicone rectangle form. And I'm going to show you kind of what this looks like here. So you can see, and so you can do as big or as small as you want of the peanut clusters. And to finish this up, I'm going to stick this directly in the fridge. You can freeze in these, and you can put them in the fridge, dishwasher safe, as well as microwave safe. But I'm going to stick the rectangle form in the fridge, and I'm going to let them set up. You just need to let them set up until they harden, and then you can pop them out and put them in your modular bowls. You can put them in whatever container you want to store them, and they can stay in the refrigerator until you're ready to eat them. They are actually really good cold. I wouldn't freeze them. If you do freeze them, you're going to want to let them sit in the refrigerator a little bit so they don't break your teeth when you go to eat them. But that is all for me.
Oh, that was so interesting. And guys, I hope you really were paying attention to some of the things she did. I know, Aubrey, a couple of the questions that people asked, they said, did you use salted or unsalted nuts?
Dry roasted peanuts. So unsalted.
Okay. And I think it kind of depends on what you like. I mean, because, there's always that nice little bit of salt. When you have salt and sweet together, it really heightens it. So guys, if you're one of those folks who really like a little salty with your sweet, you could use salted nuts, but from the general recipe, you just use the dry roasted unsalted, and that works perfectly for that.
You could even add like a little bit of sea salt on top when you put them out, and then as that'll give that little bit of a sweetness too.
Love that, love that. And she gave several different great ideas on how you can package that to give as gifts, right?
Yes.
All right, so thanks so much, Aubrey, for all your sharing. And of course, we just love you. One of the great things, guys, for those of you who are guests with us tonight, we have a fabulous team of leaders at Hooray. We have a fabulous team, period. And everybody really supports each other and helps each other out. And if you're someone that's a guest with us tonight, please, as Charlie has asked earlier, be sure that you put your comment that you are a guest here with us tonight. If you are watching it, be sure to tag your friends, tell them to come on over and watch it. But one of the things that people sometimes go, I just don't know if I could do this. I don't know that I know what to do. And the great thing about it is you don't have to. If you can copy and paste, you can succeed in this business, especially on social media. And Aubrey is one of those folks who takes care of all of our social media things. She creates our online party for us. So we just copy and paste, and we can use that to run our parties. And of course, then you have the benefit of these great events like this, where you can invite people to learn more about the products. And of course, Terry is always one of our first ones to volunteer to come and share great recipes with you. All right, so I'm going to share a quick recipe, and then we're going to go back over to see Terry because she has some more stuff to share with us. And I'm going to do a recipe for those folks who just don't feel like you can cook anything. This is such a super one. It's called the Rolo Turtles, basically, is what it's called, Rolo Turtles. And it uses Rolo candies. Those are the little chocolate covered caramels. They come in the little gold wrappers, and that's what I was doing earlier. I was unwrapping them. This is a great recipe to do if you have kids, because then you can have the kids unwrapping for you. And then you're going to grab some pretzels. Now, you can use either the mini, like the small pretzels that are in the shape of like the little angel wings. I personally like to use the ones that are like, they call them snaps, and they're like a little square. And you're going to take those, and you're just going to lay them on that same cookie sheet that you saw Aubrey. You notice we're all using a lot of the same things tonight, because these are the essentials that you have to have when you are making candy during the holidays, as well as making cookies. What I love about this particular mat is that it has little circles, so you kind of know how far apart everything is. So you can just place your little pretzels on the little squares, and you know how many you're doing. And I don't even know how many I unwrapped. So I'm just going to do however many I unwrapped. I actually already have some made to show you. But you put those in there. I'm preheating my oven to 350 degrees. You'll see some recipes will say 300, some will say 325. I find that if I do 350, preheat my oven to 350, and I stick it in there and I don't leave it any longer than 2 minutes, it's perfect. because I've seen some recipes that say 3 to 4 minutes. And I always find when I do that, mine turn into mush. So it's just a little bit too soft. And so I find 350 degrees, 2 minutes is perfect to get them the right consistency. Now, once you have got these, I got to unwrap 2 more. Once you've got those ready, you're just going to pop them in the oven, as I said, for 2 minutes. And when that 2 minutes is up, you're going to take them out and you're going to apply some pecans. All right, so I'm going to stick these in there. I'm going to tell you what I did with my pecans, because this also, I think, makes it a really big difference. Now, if you don't eat a lot of, snack foods, or if you find that when you buy the bags of snack foods, nobody ever closes them correctly and you end up with stale food in your cabinets, then you must invest in some Modular Mates. The best way to get them, of course, is to host a party, get them for free. And I will tell you that we always help everybody get organized with their, in the new year. And this is going to be a central ingredient that you're going to need in the new year. So definitely, if you are watching and you're thinking of, about you want to get started with these, go ahead and host a party now, get your first set, and then rebook a party for January, and you can finish it off. You'll get your whole cabinet done almost for free. So that'll be really important for you to have. So now I have them in here, as you can see. Whoops. You can see they're all just centered right in the middle of it. Okay. And I'm going to stick these in the oven just like this. Real simple, real easy. Set my timer for 2 minutes. Oops. Reset it there. And start. All right. So while that's doing it, now I'm going to get my pecans ready. But one of the things that I really like my pecans to be a little toasted. So over the years, I would try toasting pecans. Now, sometimes you have recipes. I have a great snowball recipe for cookies that require you to have toasted pecans. And every time I go to do them in the oven, I would burn them. So then I'd try to do them on the stovetop, and then I'd burn them. So what I have found that saves me from burning my nuts is the MicroPro grill. Now, this is our metal grill that goes in your microwave. It is guaranteed. I mean, it will heat up foods to 450 degrees in 90 seconds. But what I use it for my pecans is I put the little silicone ring in the middle, and then I just put my nuts in the middle, and I stick it in there. And what's great about this is if I put the top on it and stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes, then I don't have to worry that I'm going to burn them, unless, of course, I leave them for a really long time. But as you can see, I've got my pecans, and they're actually really nicely toasted. They're a nice brown color. And just to compare it with the ones that have not been toasted, so you can compare it. I've got my nuts here too. I do store my nuts, my raw nuts, in the fridge. I have them in a Modular Mate container, but I have them in the fridge because raw nuts have a very nice, or they have oils in them, and the oils can go rancid, especially if it's warm and everything. So kind of to give you an idea, this is what they look like when they're raw. Okay, I don't know if you can see the color. And then these are some toasted ones. And so they are, they've gotten darker, and that's what I wanted. They're not burnt. They're not burnt. They're just a little bit toasty, and they'll have a nice crunch to them, and they'll be perfect on top of our things. Charlie's over here eating my nuts. So if you want to have them raw, fine. But if you want them toasted, this is the way to do it. Just put them in here with your silicone ring, put the cover on top of it, stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes, take it out, and you'll have toasted nuts. That's going to be a great saver for you. And look, it's beeping. So let me grab my oven mitt and grab them out of the thing. Okay, there we go. So now they've just come out, okay? And just like your chocolate candies, they hold their shape, but when you take your nuts and you put it on top of them and you push them down on the top, it actually squashes them down. And I just messed that one up. There we go. Squash them down. Okay, so put a nut on top, push it down, put a nut on top, push it down. Once again, this is, you might have let the kids help you with this. You might let them be very careful because the chocolate is hot. but they can easily put the pretzels down. They can easily unwrap the chocolate. They can easily put the other things. And I am going to lift this up. I'm just putting these on there so you can see them. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm not pushing them. I'm just putting them on top of them. All right. All right. So what I've done, this is hot, so I have to pick it up with my mitt. Okay. So you can see I've laid it on top of them, right? And now I'm just going to push it down. 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 And what it does is it pushes the chocolate and the caramel down into the pretzel. And voila, I have little chocolate Rolo turtles, chocolate caramel turtles that I will stick these into the fridge so that they can cool, because they do need to cool because they're really hot. But I actually did some earlier so you can see what they look like. There are some that I already did. And these, of course, because they've been in the fridge, they're nice and hard. And oh, wait a minute. I'm not going to have any left because Charlie's here. All right. Oh gosh, that's so good, guys. If you love turtle candies, you're going to love this. And once again, because it has that pretzel, so I'm dumping chocolate with my food in my mouth. Because of the pretzel, it's got a nice crunch to it, and it's got a little bit of salt to it. So it's absolutely fabulous. These are going to be great. You can package them up in your containers, just like Aubrey was telling you, using your modular bowls will be great for that. We have a special right now on our black cereal bowls. These are normally $35, and they're on sale for $12, guys. $12 for a set of 4 cereal bowls. That's 4 gifts for $3 each. So that's something you definitely want to take advantage of before they sell out. So that's my super easy recipe that doesn't take a lot of cooking. And we're going to pop on back over to Terry because she's got something really cute to share with you.
I'm back. But just a tip, FYI, you can buy those Rolos already unwrapped so you don't have to unwrap them in the baking aisle, just so you know. And you could do them in the microwave, small rectangle. But we're not going to talk about that right now because I'm going to make snow globe cookies with you. And I love these. So while my candy melts are melting in my Vent and Serve with my cute little handles, and the handles will stay cool. Well, that's melting in the microwave, and these are candy melts. So guys, so you do not want to do them at high. You want to do it at medium power. If you do not know how to change your setting on your microwave, contact me because I pretty much know most of them. But you want to do it at 50% power for a minute, stir it, and then do it for 30-second intervals afterwards. And I did make a recipe card for this today because we didn't have one. I originally put 30 minutes, so I was glad I caught that. So let me put these in here. Okay, so I'm going to show you the outcome before we make them because I pre-made some yesterday because they do have to cool off before you put them on the Reese's cup. Look at how stinking cute these are. There's one. There's one. Now, you can think Christmas. There's a Santa and a reindeer, but they didn't have them in the stores yet because they don't have it out. But you can order them online, or there's candy cane ones you can get too. But are those not the stinkiest, cutest little things you've ever seen? So fudge that I made earlier, let's talk about gift giving and packaging it. Our beautiful butter dish, yes, this is the butter dish, is on sale with the salt and pepper shakers. Now, for those that know me know that I love making the butter dish into a sleigh. So this is my sleigh, but look at my little Grinch. Are they not the cutest? So, shrink wrap. This is a 14 by 8 bag. I did cut it off at the top, so you could do a shorter one. It doesn't have to be 14 inches long, but it's 8 inches wide. That is the shrink wrap bag that I used. If you're local, I do have several of that size if you need them. But how cute is that? But you could add your fudge in here instead and shrink wrap it up. You could do your turtles in there. You could do your peanut clusters. All those gifts could go in here and shrink wrap it up and make it into a sleigh. Bring in Santa's little gifts. But is that not the cutest little thing ever, guys? I love the sleigh. Okay, let's stir. Now look, these look like they haven't melted at all, but we're gonna stir them, and they definitely have melted on the bottom. We're gonna put it back in for 30 seconds. Okay, so it's actually a really simple thing to do. So for those that know, I love to do anything like dipped in chocolate. Chocolate covered strawberries are probably one of my favorite. And sometimes you have extra chocolate and you just don't really have any more strawberries, or you're just like, what am I going to do with it? Guys, if you have pretzels, crunch them up and put them in there and stir it around to make clusters. Nuts, dump them in there, mixed nuts, regular nuts, chop them up, put them in there. You might have a little bit of extra chocolate tonight. You can take peppermint and crush it up and put it in there and make work with it. But, use that extra chocolate. Don't throw it away. I think we need probably 30 more seconds. And the reason why you do it, guys, in 30-second intervals, there goes that minute again, is because all microwaves are different. So once you learn what your microwave needs, then it makes a big difference, and you'll know, approximately how to do it. But it really is important to stir it in between. So you want to pull it out anyway, stir it, and then add it in for however long. Technically, I knew how long mine took because I did this last night, but I'm following the process. So this ingredient, what I'm making now, takes Oreo cookie. That's what your cute little snow globe is made out of, an Oreo cookie dipped in white chocolate. Okay, stir, stir, stir. Oh yes, beautiful. Now you want to make sure, see, I don't have a double boiler anymore because I do all my chocolate melting, my peanut brittle, everything in the microwave now, guys. I do not even use a double boiler anymore. So I'm just taking my Oreo cookie and putting it in here nicely and getting it all nice and chocolatey dip. Okay, so there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape off that excess off the bottom, and I'm going to set it on my old silicone mat. And then once I touch it with the fork, I'm just going to smooth it out just a little bit. And then you're going to take and put whatever you have. So I don't have, I see that, there we go. I don't have, obviously, a Santa, so I'm just going to put my little owl on there. We're going to do an owl today. And then you're going to take your crystal sugar, and we're just going to sprinkle it all around there. And truly what you need to do is you need to let that form and cool. And then what you'll take is a little bit of your chocolate and put it onto a miniature Reese's. And that's how you come up with your thing. That's why I wanted to make them last night, because obviously that's going to take a while to cool. But then you'll put a little bit of white chocolate on your top of your Reese's and set that on top. You don't have to hold it or nothing. Once this is cool, it sits on this perfectly and cools off. And you have your cute little snow globes. Are those not the cutest things? So now all this extra chocolate, I can make nut clusters, pretzels, whatever.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I'll tell you, Terry, everybody is loving the look of those. They look absolutely fantastic. We're excited. We're hoping we'll get to see some of those up close and personal, maybe this fall, winter.
Well, maybe some people can maybe see some Thursday.
Hey, maybe that will be good. I might be seeing you Thursday. That's right. Yay. All right. So thank you so much for sharing that. And guys, did you not love that little sleigh she made? And of course, as you know, right now we have that special on the salt and pepper shakers with the little butter dish. So you could stock up on those, and then you can, bake those up and sell those on the side and sell the salt and pepper shakers. Perfect way to make things happen, right? All right, so we seem to be having a little bit of difficulty with Facebook tonight. Hopefully everybody's being able to see everything. And if you are watching, go ahead and put some comments in here. Tell us some of the things that you're loving, that you're seeing already. And I am going to share one more recipe with you, but I'm not going to actually make it. I'm going to walk you through it. I will post the recipe because this is one that is one of my favorites. And I promised last night that I was going to do it. But I thought I had my chocolate bark here and I didn't have any. So I didn't have a chance to run to the store and get it. So I am going to be what you will need is the stack cooker. I find that the stack cooker works the best for this. That is the same one that Aubrey used to be able to do the chocolate that she was melting. And so you would use the largest one. You're going to take the 14-ounce brick of almond bark, the white almond bark. And so basically it comes in a package of 14 ounces. You're going to break it up. And then you're going to put 2 cups of chocolate chips. So I have my chocolate. I always have chocolate chips. We always have chocolate chips at our house. We use a lot of chocolate chips. We use them for everything. And they have all different sizes. These are the great big ones. And you can use the dark chocolate or the milk chocolate. For this recipe, I find I like to use the milk chocolate or half and half, dark chocolate, milk chocolate with the white almond bark. So you're going to put it in here. You're going to stick it in the microwave. And as Terry has shared, you don't want to do it too long at one time. So I'm making noises here. So, with that quantity, you could start with a minute and then check it and then do it in like 30-second blast and give it a stir. And as it starts to come together and melt, it'll get creamy. And you saw that happen with Aubrey when she took hers out and she was stirring it, showing you how it came together like that. The next thing that you're going to stir into this is you're going to actually stir Rice Krispies. Okay, and so it's about a cup of Rice Krispies will go in there, and then you're going to get some mini marshmallows. Now, guys, I have these mini marshmallows, and I think I've had these since at least 7 months and maybe even more. But I want you to check these out because this is what happens when you store your food in Tupperware. And so whether it's Modular Mates or whether it's our fabulous square round containers, we do have 2 sizes of the square rounds right now available in our retro collection. But these look how soft they are, right? And so you're going to use the mini marshmallows. Very important you use the mini marshmallows. So you're going to stir your Rice Krispies in first, then you're going to stir your marshmallows. And I'm going to give you all the actual quantities in the recipe. Stir it together. Okay, and it's going to give it some texture. It looks kind of bumpy. And then you're going to take your 12-inch round. Now, I love this 12-inch round for this recipe because this is for the family size pizza. Okay, this is like your large pizza. You can spray it in the bottom if you like with some Pam and do it that way. But, it'll work without it. It works fine without it. If you want, you can put a piece of parchment paper in the bottom also. You're going to spread all this chocolate using your silicone spatula. Once again, get every bit of it. We call this the $1 million tool because it gets every bit of food out. You're going to spread it all around the bottom and then give it a couple of shakes. And it's going to smooth it out, but it's going to have some bumps in it because when you eat pizza, doesn't it always have some bumps in it, right? It has a little air bubble here and it has a little swollen side on one side. And that's what you're going for. You want that texture on your pizza. Now, here's another really cool thing because I like to give personal pan pizzas. So these are our small round silicone molds, and these are incredible. They come in a set of 3, and you don't have to grease these or anything. You can just pour your chocolate into this, and this recipe will actually do 3 of these. So you've got 3 personal pan pizzas, which means you can give those as individual gifts to people as instead of this is the family size one, this is the regular size one. So you pop them out and then you can put them into a container and give those that way. Now the pizza's not finished. That's just the crust. So we have to put our fillings on the pizza. So tell me, what are some things you like on your pizzas? How many of you are the folks who like, maybe you like peppers, some like green peppers on yours. Maybe you like some tomato on yours. Maybe you like ham, or maybe you like sausage. All right, well, for our chocolate pizza, what we're going to do is we're going to get the candied cherries, or you can use maraschino cherries. I personally like the candied cherries. I get the red and the green, and I chop them up, okay, and that becomes my tomatoes and my green peppers, and it's all over the top of it. Then you're going to take your chopper, and you're going to take those pecans that you've toasted. You're going to put them in here. You're going to give it a couple of pulls. And then you're going to sprinkle that over the top of it, because that's your hamburger or your sausage, depending on which way you want to do it. You're going to put that on there. Then you can take coconut. Okay. And I have my coconut here, and you're going to sprinkle the coconut all over the top of it. And that's going to be your cheese that you can use on there at the same time. If you don't like coconut, you can take white chocolate and you can drizzle white chocolate all over the top of it at the same time. And what it comes out with is it looks like a pizza with all of these yummy fruits and nuts and things all over the top. It's just the perfect thing for you to do. You let it chill. And then you can also slice it with your pizza wheel. And you have little bites, little pizzas that you can wrap up and give individually. Also, you can do them in the cereal bowls as individual pizzas. But like I said, I personally love this because then I can just pop them out really easily and give those as gifts. And that's my favorite chocolate pizza. I'm going to share you the recipe in the group here so you can try and make those at the same time. Okay, so let's see, I think we lost Aubrey over there, but we're going to go ahead and just wrap it up tonight, because we do have a lot of really cool things. Oh, good. I'm going to bring you guys on so you can so everybody can see you before we leave. But I do want to mention to you guys, both of them shared why they love what we do. And I have to tell you, I love what I do so much that I want to share it with you. And so if you are a guest with us tonight, please take notice of all the things that you've seen us use tonight: the stack cooker, the choppers, the spatulas, the microwave pieces. All of those are things that are part of some of our starter sets that we have available for our new consultants. But if right now you just want to get started and maybe do some work online, since you're already online anyway, might as well be making some money while you're here. We have a fantastic offer. The first offer that we have for you is what we call, it's our That's a Kit. And you get our fabulous That's a Bowl Junior and this wonderful spatula. And both of these together are about a $40 value. You're going to get them for $25. That's also going to get you a free website that you can start making money on right away. And we're also going to get us to come with you, because we see when you join our team, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So we're actually going to help you do a launch party to get your business up and running. We're going to help you start making money. In fact, we're going to help you make money in the next 7 days when you say yes and get your business started. Now, if you want a little more, you can take the same 2 pieces, and we're going to add our measuring cups and measuring spoons. Aubrey told you all about those. And you're going to add this great little chopper, which is the perfect thing for doing your nuts and for mini salsas and all kinds of cool stuff. It sells for $50 normally. You're going to get all of this for just $49. That's right, $50 normally, all of it for $49, plus your free website, plus you're going to have us to help you get your business up and running. And then this becomes the foundation of 3 other options that we have that include our stack cooker, that include our large chopper, that include our modular mates. You choose which way you want to go and how you want to get your business up and running. And we have some incredible things that you can earn for getting started with your first order right now. So Charlie, if you would do me a favor and bring Aubrey back and bring Terry back, because Aubrey has something really cool that she's got up there. Aubrey, what do you got?
So this is our awesome fry pan, and I'm not going to lie, it stays on my stove all the time because I use it just about every day. But right now, when you join and you have $100 in orders in by $11.29, you can get this for free. I think it's $120 value, but you're going to get it for free. And our cookware has our lifetime guarantee. So it's an awesome fry pan with the glass cover.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And Terry, what would you tell them that is a great reason for them to get started right now? You're muted, Terry. We can't hear you. Terry, you're muted.
So all that I just said, you didn't hear me.
You didn't hear a thing.
I
No.
said there's so many great reasons, but you can make money, you can make great friendships, and the perks that we receive are just absolutely amazing. And once you join, you have friendships for life, even if you decide not to stay, which would be so sad for you to go away.
Exactly. Well, guys, we hope that you've loved what you've seen tonight, and you're going to be joining us again. We'll be back in December with some more fun ideas for you. And I do want to mention to all of our guests that are here tonight, please use the link at the top of the group. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching us on Facebook, use the link and fill out our Google form that will enter you into our drawing. And if you did not tell us yet in the chat that you are here, please be sure to do so, guest, so that Charlie can make a list of all the folks that are here as well. All right, so guys, that's it for tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll look forward to seeing you at the next Pop-Up Kitchen. Bye. Happy Thanksgiving.